What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another round of MLB Total Chaos. These games are going down on Friday, May the 6th. I'm Allie Burns, your host from Picks and Parlays, and also here to remind you about our sponsor, boom, Caesar Sportsbook. They've got a killer deal for all new accounts. When you get signed on with Caesars, they're going to hook you up with up to $1,100 in first bet insurance. You guys do not want to miss out on that deal. So check out the description of this video and find the link, or just use the promo code MorningCZR. Now, today's a special day. I've got the crew from the Insiders Room here going head-to-head in Week 2. Nick Parsons, how you doing, friend? You excited about this?
Yeah, great. It's our second time coming on the Insiders Room here. And I guess I did win the first week. And so now we have some more of the crew in here, and we'll sort of keep the winner keeps going on. So yeah, hopefully maybe that'll be me again next week.
Yes, indeed. Let's hope so. Amadeus Mastrangelo. I know you better as AM Plus Money. We did a show back in the day. You are a soccer guru, my friend. How you feeling about stepping into the total chaos ring?
Oh, I'm feeling great today. I'm ready to go. I got some good plays, I think, on these games, and I'm ready to just unleash them on everyone.
Unleash the chaos. All right. And my thing won't click. Hold on. I got this. What's happening, Rye Cape? I've been really excited to meet you. I remember you from the chat way back when I first got started. How's it going, friend?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm ready to take out the top dog. Let's go.
Woo! Okay, I like this kind of attitude. I like this kind of competition. For anyone at home who doesn't know how this works, I'm going to give them 5 baseball games that are happening Friday, May the 6th. They're going to tell me if they go over or under the total, and whoever gets the most correct comes back as the champion. All right, Nick Parsons, you are the champ, so you're going to go first. We're talking the Marlins at the Padres. The total on this one is 6. Lay it on me, Nick. 6.5. Sorry, 6.5. Lay it on me.
I mean, we have some really low totals these days. We have some teams struggling to hit. We have some really decent pitching overall so far. You know, I'm a contrarian at heart. These two pitchers have been pretty solid to open the season. These two lineups, they've been, consistently inconsistent. Alcantara, he's 2-1 with a 2.90 ERA for the Fish. Darvish, he's 2-1 with a 4.4 ERA for the Padres. I think it's obviously a low number, but I think not quite low enough. I'm going under in this one.
Under we go. All right, AM, what are you thinking about this one?
So I'm going to be on the over in this game. The way I see it is Alcantara, both these pitchers have been pretty good to start the season. Alcantara specifically got blown up in his last game. He allowed 5 runs in that one, and I think he's going to get touched again in this game. He's been pretty good trending to the under in his entire career as a pitcher, but specifically in games when the total is 7 or less, he's only 11-9 to the under. And he's about to go up against a Padres team that has scored 5 or more runs in 8 straight games now. I think they're going to get the hits in this game. Darvish, on the other hand, his last two starts, he's allowed 9 hits and 3 runs. He hasn't been great, but he did have one incident this year where he let 9 runs in less than 2 innings in. So he has shown that he can collapse in games. He, in his career, is actually 19-14 to the over when the total is less than 7, and he's 9-5 over the last 3 seasons. San Diego, as a team, is 27-13 to the over when the total is less than 7 over the last 3 seasons, and they're 4-1 this season. Not to mention Miami averaged over 5 runs per game in their last series against the Diamondbacks, and they got swept by them. They're going to be hungry here. I see this game having runs. I'm on the over.
Rye Cape, you are the tiebreaker. Over or under the 6.5?
Oh, we lost your. We lost your.
Oh, wait. I got you. I unmuted you.
We got you.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right. So I'm on the under as well with Nick. I like the pitching matchup, Alcantara versus Darvish. The over is going to move to 7. Game went under in Alcantara's only start versus San Diego. Darvish did get hit around the last time the Marlins faced him. But I think both teams, they're not batting well. Both teams strike out a lot. And in the pitcher-friendly park, I'm going to take the under.
All right. I'm with you, AM. I think this one goes over. I'm on your side for this. I did a free pick on this earlier. We're going to roll with the Rockies at the Diamondbacks. It's 8.5, and AM, you're going first here.
So I'm on the under for this game. I think Chad Kuhl has been pretty good this year. He's 3-0 with a 1.9 ERA. He hasn't really given up hasn't given up more than one run in his first 3 starts. He gave up 3 in his last, which was actually his worst start of the year, but he did go more than 7 innings in that one. He hasn't given up a lot of hits either. And on the other side of this matchup, Merrill Kelly has just been a stud all year. He's 2-1, but he's got a 1.27 ERA. He is leading this team right now. 3 of his 5 starts, he hasn't allowed a run at all. And the other 2, including his last game where he allowed 7 innings and only gave up the 2 hits, no runs. 1 of his 5 starts had more than 1 run, and that's it this year. 4 of his 5 starts have even had 5 or less total runs in the game, with the only exception being an 11-2 win for his team. Merrill Kelly himself is 5-1 to the under when pitching at home, when the total is 8 to 8.5, and he's 2-0 this season. He's also been a very comfortable pitcher at home in general throughout his whole career, as he's 20-10 to the under in home games. I like the under in this one.
Okay, Rye, what do you think? Over or under?
I am also on the under. I think the line, I've seen an 8 already, so it's moving towards the under. Cool starts for Arizona. The over is 2-0, but he hasn't faced them since 2018. Cool has pitched well this season. Earned run average 1.9, 7.1 innings pitched, 300 runs is his last outing. And Kelly starts under his 4-1 against Colorado. His one start that went over was due to a bad bullpen. Colorado is the best batting average in the NL. Arizona has the worst. So I think if this was in Colorado, I'd probably take the over. But since it's at Chase Field, I'm taking the under.
Okay, well that makes sense. Nick Parsons, are you getting in the car with him?
Well, I don't know if you've mentioned yet already, but when all 3 of us do happen to agree on a game, that is our consensus games, and those most often happen to be our strongest picks. And I am getting in on the under in this one as well. The Rockies played, as of taping today, they played to a high-scoring over 9-7. They won over Washington. Arizona had the day off. They've mentioned these pitchers and how great their ERAs and how solid they've been to start. The Diamondbacks, they've seen the total go over in 4 straight. Colorado coming off that big over. I think that's too many overs in a row here for Arizona. These are 2 really good pitchers, so I'm going under as well.
Okay. So yes, we got a 3P. We got a little hat trick action on a baseball chaos. I like it. Me and Lenny got beef, Nick Parsons. Me and Lenny aren't even speaking during this series right now. We've got the Detroit Tigers against the Houston Astros.
Mm-hmm.
Total on this one is 8. Right, Cape, you're going first. What's up?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the under on this one as well. The under is currently juiced. Brees gets 2 starts on the year, went 5 innings pitched, both starts. Both of them were unders. He does give up home runs. Garcia, on the other hand, has 1 start versus Detroit. He has 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs on 7 hits. Detroit is 8-0 to the under when the total is 8 or more. Garcia is 12-3 to the under in home night games in the last 2 seasons. Houston has the second best team ERA this season, and neither team has been hitting too well to start the season. So I like the under in this game as well.
Okay. Nick Parsons, what you got?
Yeah, 2 pitchers who have done really well as well, and 2 teams who do struggle at times to put runs on the board. Excuse me. Brisk, he's 0-1 with a 3.60 Louis Garcia, he's 1-1 with a 4.15 ERA. Both teams rank in the bottom 3rd in runs scored. Both teams rank in the top 3rd in collective ERA. So, yeah, I think that I'm getting in the car with Rycape in this one. I'm going under as well.
All right. AM plus money, you're up.
So I'm going to be fading the other 2 in this one. I'm on the over here. Briesk, what can I say about him? What a poor guy. He's making his 3rd ever start in the MLB. He only allowed 3 runs against Colorado and 1 run against the Dodgers in his last start, with his team winning 5-1 in that game. But to face the Dodgers and the Astros back-to-back in only your 2nd and 3rd start in the MLB, that's pretty rough, I think. Those are 2 really good lineups, and I see him getting beat up in this game. The Astros have been hitting really well lately. They started to get hot. I had the luxury of seeing them play in Toronto last week, and I think that's when they really started to hit the ball better. Now they just swept the Mariners at home, and I think they're going to start really heating up on this little bit of a home stand. I expect to see a lot of runs from them. Detroit has also been hitting the ball very well, though. They have 10 or more hits in 3 of their last 4 games. And Luis Garcia, he has been slowly falling apart over his last 3 starts. He's been allowing more and more hits in each game with less and less strikeouts. And I think this is going to be the one he finally gets blown up in.
Blown up, you say? All right. The A's are at the Twins. It's 7.5. Nick Parsons, back to you.
Yeah, same sort of theme here with these teams. 2 teams that, for the most part, struggle to plate runs, but which have received above average pitching. The A's average 3.68 runs per game while posting a 3.94 collective ERA. The Twins average 4.2 runs per game, but they are allowing a 3.27 collective ERA. Now, these starters have been good. Irvin, he's 2-1 with a 2.93 ERA for the A's. Winder, he's 1-0 with a 2.20 ERA for the Orioles. And so I'm going to follow these trends and numbers here, guys. I'm going under in this one.
All right, under. I've gotcha. AM, you're next. What do you say?
So I'm going to be on the under with Nick on this one. I don't think the A's have been anything special this year. They got a hot start to the year, but they haven't been playing well ever since. They just got swept by the Rays, and they didn't look good at all. They've had 3 or less runs scored in 4 of their last 5 games, and in 3 of those, they've only scored 0 or 1 runs. But I think Cole Irvin is going to carry the team in this game. He's been pitching a lot better lately. In his first 2 starts, he allowed 7 runs, whereas in his last 3, he hasn't allowed more than 1 run. And all 3 of those games saw 4 or less runs total in them. Winder, on the other hand, he's had a few relief appearances this year, but he's making his second ever start. He had a really good first start. And I can just see this being a really low-scoring game, 3-1. I think the Minnesota Twins were on a very hot streak, and they're starting to cool off a bit. I expect this one to go under.
Yeah, they were hot for a minute there. I was cashing on them, too. Cape, are you getting in the car with these guys, or are you going the other way?
Nope, I'm going over. I think Minnesota wakes up coming back home. I do like Irvin. He is 1-0 to the over versus Minnesota. Last time that he faced him, he did pitch well, 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run on 5 hits. Winder hasn't really done much. He hasn't pitched many innings, but his last outing, he went 6 innings, gave up 2 hits while striking out 7. Oakland does have the worst batting average in the AL, I think. But I think Minnesota does all the scoring here, and I think they get on base and hit some home runs, and we see this go over.
Well, hot dang. I don't like to hear that. Okay, last one for the round. Blue Jays are at the Guardians. The number on this one is 6.5. AM, you're up first.
So I'm on the under for this one. Shane Bieber has had a pretty good season so far. He's kind of keeping the team together in his starts. He's only given up 1 run or less in 3 of his first 5 starts this year. Also, his last 2 starts were a 3-0 loss and a 3-1 win. So the games themselves have been getting very low scoring. The Jays, on the other hand, what can I say about Kevin Gausman? I follow this team because I live in Toronto, and he is a nasty pitcher. He's got a nasty slider. What makes his slider difficult to hit is that it drops really low, about 4 feet before the plate. And he hasn't walked a single batter yet this year. His last 3 games, he's pitched 8 innings, 6 innings, and 7 innings, and he's only allowed 3 earned runs in those games total. He's just a really good pitcher, and honestly, the Jays have shown that they can win games 1-0 this year. They lead the MLB in wins by 1 run this season. And they also ranked, I think, 28th or 29th in the MLB for scoring for batting with runners in scoring position. So even when they do get guys on, the Jays aren't bringing in these runs. And I think between the pitching matchup, once you get Gausman to the 6th inning, Romano's going to come out. You're going to get Simber or Meza, and it's going to be lights out, game over. No one's going to let in anything.
All right. I really like the Blue Jays this year. I have a division ticket on them. I have a World Series ticket on them. I just like the Blue Jays. All right, Rye, what do you think? Over or under?
I agree with the under. This is a great pitching matchup. Gaussman has looked great this season. Cleveland has the best batting average in the AL, but as AM said, Gaussman's just been shutting down teams. On the other hand, Toronto hasn't fared well against Justin Bieber. So, yeah, I think he locks them down, and I don't see much scoring. I remember in 2019 when he had a one-hitter. He won a complete game with 10 strikeouts against Toronto. So I think this stays under. I don't expect a lot of scoring.
All right, Nick Parsons, what do you think?
Yep, two teams here. Great hitting, great pitching. A really low number here. But I think we can definitely all agree that this is a low number when you think about the Jays and the Guardians. But yeah, as these two guys have pointed out, these starters have been phenomenal. Gaussman 2-1 with a 2.27 ERA, just the 0.98 WHIP. Gaussman 2-1 with a 2.27 ERA with just a 0.95 WHIP. Yeah, maybe if this game was in Toronto, I maybe might lean to the over. But yeah, I think these two starters will battle deep. So I'm going under as well.
Under we go. Okay, well, that is a round of total chaos. I'm going to do a recap for anyone who might have just joined us or anyone who just found the pen that they've been looking for like the last 15 minutes. Don't worry, it's time. But first, I need everybody to like and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. That's how this relationship works between viewers and hosts, okay? That way we keep on pumping out free content for you guys. I want to introduce you guys also to the Insiders Room. Give you guys a second to say who you are and where they can find you. Nick Parsons, you sell picks for us over at picksandparlays.net. You are always at the very top of the leaderboards under the Insiders Room. Tell the people what you're good at.
Well, we're good at working hard, and yeah, we're good at grinding out profits. But yeah, no, we've been really good at the start of baseball this year. And so, yeah, why don't you come and check out the Insiders Room, check out the leaderboards, and then you'll find out what we're all about. And yeah, if you like baseball, then definitely come check out the Insiders Room.
Yes. And when you do, you want to use the promo code NBA. That is going to save 20% off whatever you decide to purchase from the Insiders Room. Really good promo there. You guys are crushing it. You always are. AM Plus Money, my old friend. We've done some soccer talking before. They can find you at AM_plus money. Tell the people, we know you're in Toronto. What are you good at betting on?
Soccer is my expertise. If you know me and follow me, you would have known that soccer, I've been doing it for years. I played soccer. I've watched soccer all my life, and that is my expertise. But I'm a fan of all sports, and I've been watching and playing all sports all my life. So I'm all sports for handicapping, but soccer is definitely my niche.
I am happy to hear that Newcastle is getting their stuff together, that we got new things happening, and my horrid Newcastle team might not be a horrid.
They are a good team at home, and I was making a little bit of money on them for a while, getting them at plus 200 at home over the last few weeks. They have been very solid.
I got them at plus 1.5 when they played Liverpool on Saturday, so I was really excited about that. Let's go, Newcastle. All right. And Rye Cape, tell the people what part of the country are you, or what part of the world are you in, and what kind of sports are you into?
I'm from Philadelphia. Go Phillies. I'm into like AM Plus Money. I'm into pretty much all sports, but NASCAR is my specialty. I love breaking down the races, all the series, trucks, Xfinity, and the Cup Series.
Which he does for the Insiders Room every Saturday.
I was going to say, I got a show for you if you want to be a guest on one of our shows. We've got our own NASCAR show and Formula One racing show, so we'll talk after this. Well, that's awesome. It is so great to finally meet you. You've been a long time person who I've been curious about because I see you in the chats and I know you're really sharp. So I was really excited, like I said, to meet you today. Okay, so let's get our recap on Marlins and the Padres, 6.5. Nick and Rye are under. AM is going over. Rockies Diamondbacks is a 8.5. We've got all three going under the total. Remember, those consensus plays are the money makers on this show. The whatever's against the Houston Astros is a number 8. Rye and Nick are going under. AM's going over. The A's are at the Twins at 7.5. Nick and AM take it under. I don't know why I can't say. I'm literally reading the words right here, and I can't say them. And Rye is going to go over. Blue Jays at the Guardians, 6.5, and they are all taking that under. Remember, if you guys want to buy some premium plays from the Insiders Room, use this promo code NBA when you head over to picksandparlays.net. You guys rock. You guys roll. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Great to see you all again. And like I always say, may the best capper win.